I didn't like what she said to me, and I threw her a candy. And
were you ever told to leave?
No, never. When she was telling me to leave, you need to buy.
Just curious, did she tell you to leave?
No, she never did.
Let's take a walk.
Do I look scared?
Take a walk.
Do I look scared?
Stop.
Tell me.
Stop.
Get on
the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground.
What is that?
It's a bull rat.
Dave.
Okay, we're not done talking to you. You're walking off. And
So you're detaining me?
Are we detaining you?
Yes.
We're on the call. We're doing an investigation.
Okay, I was just walking, and then he's putting his gloves on. Well, I don't know. It's intimidating.
Sheriff's office, open the door now. If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in. Step out now.
Why?
What starts as a simple trip to Walgreens turns into complete chaos when a customer, denied cigarettes for not having proper ID, snaps. Instead of walking away, he launches into a meltdown, throwing candy bars, shouting accusations of racism, and refusing to leave without his ID. He blames the staff for provoking him, but the body cam tells a different story. Officers stay calm while the man spirals, claiming he never meant harm. But in the end, one thing is clear. You can't throw candy at people and call it self-defense. Stick around. This one's a wild ride.
So listen, I went there to buy cigarettes. Okay. And she yelled at me, and that provoked me.
This is the guy right here. We're both on press assault charges. He slapped the girl in the face.
No, I didn't slap no girl in the face.
He threw Snickers, hit her in the face.
Can you stand?
Through here, hit me.
Okay,
in the
let me talk to you inside.
No, I'm not going nowhere. Trust me, I'm not going nowhere.
You don't walk around us. Just hang out.
No. I'm here to.
First he said he had a picture ID. I said that's not going to work.
And
then he said, then he handed me the ID and he said, here you. Which I called him over because I thought something was going to happen.
Okay.
Then he starts screaming at me, throwing Snickers at me, and then he's like, oh, blah, 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 cussing me out. I said, get the out of my store now. You don't on this store. And then he went and had the video camera or whatever. I'm completely ignoring him at this point because
countless things of candy. She was hit in the face. I was hit. It's all right on this camera. Right
what did he tossed stuff at you?
Oh yeah, he threw all stuff behind the counter.
Can we go to the cameras?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys want to be victims? What do you want to do?
I want whatever.
If we're gonna go the battery route, we could also do disorderly intox route.
And he was up, his eyes were crossing. Especially since I sat there and I said, do you have your ID? I could already tell he was but that's when I called him up.
She said, this customer's getting, rowdy. Can you just switch for me?
Right.
Okay.
Because he's like, oh, here's my ID. You want to make it difficult? And then that's when he stuck up for me.
And then he just exploded.
Okay, can I sure. Is there against the law to restrain an ID from me?
I don't know the situation.
Can I explain it?
Well, you're not going to explain it to me. I'm not the one investigating it. The other officer is, so we're going to wait for him to come back.
I'm the one.
He's going to talk to us later.
Here he is, right?
So now
I told him, he said, I have an ID on my phone. Is that okay? I said, no. See?
So he's...
And he said, here, you stupid. You want to make it...
Watch, she's going to grab him. There
what happened there? What happened there? Can you show me that?
He's throwing them.
He throws at both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's taking videos of us. I'm down at this store. This right here. This guy right here. And he's trying to talk to him. He's like, dude, I'm done talking to you.
When he goes by the t-shirts, he starts throwing even more stuff.
At you guys or just...
At me, yeah.
Okay.
See, he's got us on video and we ain't doing nothing.
Okay. Okay. Hey man, can I talk to you over here?
I come here to buy cigarettes. Okay. And I asked her to give me the cigarettes. And then I don't remember what happened. And she offended me. And I told her, hey, listen, you have my ID. And she just started crossing at me. And I didn't like what she said to me. Okay. And then my friend station was throwing her a candy. And I don't believe, look at her, she's smoking, she's working.
Just don't worry about that. What happened with the candy?
The candy.
What about it?
She offended me.
Okay.
And I threw her a candy. And then she started, okay, now you're going to jail.
Okay.
And then they call you, and I said, okay, give me my ID back. And they didn't want to give my ID back. They call you guys, and they still restrict my ID. I believe that that's against the law. when I see that it was messed up because I shouldn't throw a candy at her, say, listen, I'm sorry, I shouldn't throw you a candy, but you shouldn't react to me like that way you act to me.
Was candy only thrown at her? Or was it...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You guys saw in the cameras?
Yes. Were you ever told to leave?
No, never. When she was telling me to leave, I was like, okay, I'll leave. Just give me my ID back. And she didn't want to give my ID back. You need to buy.
I'm just curious. Did she tell you to leave?
No, she never did.
But you just said when you told me to.
No, she offended me.
Right.
And she would have told me, listen, I'm not going to serve you, just leave. I would have left. Like, I never felt so bad, like the way she'd make me react. That's why I reacted that way.
Okay.
Officer, I feel really bad. I've never been in this kind of situation.
Sure.
Like I said, I'm a business owner. I have a business, and I really can't go to jail because my business runs with me.
You didn't leave because...
They never told me to leave.
But you just said that they told you to leave.
No,
you didn't want to leave because your ID was still here.
No. They never told me to leave. If they would have told me, listen, if they would have told me to leave, I would have left.
That's why I'm getting your side of the story, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, there's
can you
two
just hang out right
witnesses.
here? Talk to you for a second.
Yes. But she offended me. She insulted me, and she offended me. That's why I reacted the way she got.
But the thing is, people can...
Officer, but it's not fair for her to be...
When is life fair?
Life? This is why America.
Yeah, when is life fair?
Life is fair.
It doesn't have to be fair.
Listen,
and people can be offensive.
No one here is above the law.
But she didn't break a law. Being offensive is not a law.
No, if she's working, she needs to be professional.
But that's not a law.
She can't come here and be... I don't know how the word say it because my English is not really good. She can't come to me and throw me a word that is racist. She told me, get the fuck out of here.
What's racist about that statement?
What's racist? She told me, Spanish guy, get out of here. And this is why I reacted like, I don't allow that to happen to me.
Saying Spanish is also not a racist term.
The way she say it is, officer. If you guys can listen to the camera so you guys can see why I reacted like that. One of the things of the United States law is no one's above the law. And racism in this country is not allowed, right or wrong?
Racism is not illegal. No.
It's not illegal?
No.
But you think...
There's protected classes, which makes it a hate crime if
officer,
a protected
you think
class...
it's fair for me to come to the store, buy cigarettes, and her to be racist to me? It's not what you say. It's how you say it, right or wrong?
I don't know how you
okay,
can say
officer,
Spanish.
if you want to go on her side, you can go ahead.
I'm not on anyone's side.
No, but you're trying to because, like I'm telling you, it's not what you say, it's what you say.
I'm saying that you have to be in control of your own reactions.
Yeah, I'm right, but she needs to be.
And you can't blame other people for your actions.
No. Yeah, but
that's exactly what you're doing.
But in the way she said it, it was not professional, and that's what made me mad.
Okay.
But the way she said it, she's not even supposed to be like that, and I don't think it's fair for me to take all the fault and not. It should be fair.
That's not how life is. Life is not fair.
Okay. But like I said, this is America, and no one's above the law.
No one's above the law, but she didn't break the law. That's the difference.
Please bring your back, buddy.
Take a step back. If you approach an officer, you'll be disrupting the law. You'll go to jail. Do not approach.
Come with me. What's up? Battery.
Battery.
Yep. Can you face my car, please? No, there's no charges for provoking anything. That's just verbal. What you're talking about is a professional thing, which is a civil matter. It is not something you toss chocolate bars at.
You've never been to court?
You never got convicted for anything?
No. So how much was my pound?
I don't know. It depends on what the criminal history is like. I'm going to read you this. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand your rights, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so I got you on video. Can I show you something? You know, what was that about?
Did you hear what she told me? Why she provoked me that? I don't think it's fair to being racist.
What do you mean she's racist?
She offended me. Officer.
How does she offend?
She told me, you three Spanish guy, get out of here. That's why I reacted like that, because I don't think she should have said that. She's in a professional way because she's in her work area. I'm not, I'm a visitor. She could have told me, listen, I don't want to serve you, please leave the store, and she would have given my ID back. She didn't want to give my ID back, and she offended me. That's why I reacted like that.
So why did you throw it at the other guy?
No, I didn't throw at the other guy. If I
There's
throw at the
video
other
of
guy,
it.
I didn't mean to throw at the other guy.
Like right here.
Officer, I was...
No, I'm trying to show you.
Okay, listen.
Right here.
Because I was trying to explain it to him, what she told me, and he didn't care. And that's why I was mad.
So you threw it at him too?
No, I didn't mean to throw him. He took my ID and said, I don't fuck what you're saying. I'm going to press charges against you guys. Because he defended her.
Right. So what? It's not right to throw stuff at people.
I understand that, officer, but if I come here to tell you, how are you going to react, officer? I'm a United States citizen.
Obviously, I'd be upset, but I'm not going to.
Officer,
I'm not going to hurt somebody.
Officer, the way she said it was really offended. And I tried to talk to him, and he didn't care. He just called you guys, and that's why I didn't like.
It kind of like escalated at that point.
But officer, he should have listened to my story.
So you did throw it at him. You just didn't mean to throw it at him.
No.
Or
I
you
just
got mad.
I was mad at her, not at him. But I didn't want to throw him. I didn't want to.
But
throw
like the video is like directed towards him. Could you?
He got in the way, I guess. But officer,
he's like right. So he's standing right here. She's right here. Correct. And if it was like I saw you throwing at her direction, it makes sense.
Like I said, I didn't mean to. The phone was with her, not with him.
Okay.
And when he come into the way, he was the one. He didn't want to listen to me. He just straight calling you guys. You think it's fair for him to not to give my ID back and restrict my ID? So please don't.
Well, they have policies and procedures with what they do. If they see a fake ID, they will take
officer,
it.
but my ID was not fake.
Either way, you still threw chocolate at them.
Officer,
okay.
He was charged with battery.
A cop tried using a high-tech bowler wrap to stop a violent man at a library, but it totally backfired. The suspect went wild, ignored commands, and mocked officers while resisting arrest. Chaos followed, with torn Star Wars books and multiple charges. Watch what happens when Batman tech meets real-life madness.
Hey, it's the police department. Stop. Let go of him. Stop. 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 It's the police. Stop it. Stop.
I don't give a.
Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk.
Do I look scared?
Take a walk.
Do I look scared?
Stop.
Tell me.
Stop. Come take a walk towards my car and tell me what's going on. Stop.
Like that.
Stop.
Come on. Come on.
Just go to your car, please.
Come on, bud.
Stop.
Me and my pops will drop bombs
Stop.
on your stupid.
Stop it.
Come on. You are. Like I'm scared.
Stop.
Lucky bud.
Stop or you're gonna get tased. Stop or you're gonna get tased.
That's it. That's
I'm going to taser point. Stop it.
Lucky little.
With Joshua refusing to stand down, backup arrives, armed with a bolo wrap, a device that launches a high-speed Kevlar cord designed to entangle a suspect's limbs before things spiral out of control.
Do it now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Okay.
Want me to pull up? Get on the ground. You're gonna get hit.
Ground.
Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground.
What's that?
It's a bull rat.
That's gay as you little. Come on. Your mother.
Can you move back here? Get on the ground. Do it now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hands out to your side.
Officers move in and secure him in handcuffs just as more backup arrives. They begin escorting him to a patrol vehicle, but the sense of relief is short-lived because Joshua isn't finished yet.
Separate your feet. Stop. Stop.
Well, don't tease me.
Stop.
I'll show you a good time right now. I give a. What are you gonna do? You gonna do?
You shut that off.
You ain't got. You ain't got. No.
Stop.
You ain't got a.
I'm just gonna hit
You ain't got a.
Stop.
Multiple officers struggle to keep him under control as they search him and remove the bolo wrap from his legs, but Joshua's outbursts are far from over.
You got it. You're in your. Stupid hoe. Yeah! Yeah!
Stop.
You gonna do now? You, lovely. 3, 4 cons. All you bunch of. Y'all don't give a f***. You!
Careful.
Lock me up, you. I don't even give a f***. Yo, mama! Yo, girls! Yo, stupid! Go!
Joshua continues to flail his head around, and officers later report that he hit his head on the side of the patrol car at one point. So a soft restraint helmet was requested to prevent him from harming himself further.
You guys are the biggest bunch of I've ever. Woo! Oh my God! What else, girl? Oh, I don't know. Well, you're nasty.
Get your feet in.
You! You too.
Get your feet in the
You see that stuff? You oh my God! That's not alright first thing. We gave it.
With Joshua finally secured, he's transported to the Larimer County Jail. Officers then shift their focus to Enrique Papalardo, the man who had just been under attack.
Are you okay?
I just tend to have these attacks, so I couldn't breathe very well. He grabbed me here and dropped me to the ground, but I have no pain right. The security guard was not here when he was already here. He broke some books there and started kicking the door and hitting it. So that's when he started taking his pants off and stuff like that. But when the security guard he threw her to the ground, and that's when I started yelling at him from over here, to leave her alone, and he came after me.
Fortunately, officers arrived before things spiraled even further out of control. Their next priority, checking on Christine Doncus, the security guard Enrique saw assaulted moments earlier.
Mind if I get in the ambulance because I hit my head and hit when I fell down, I hit my shoulder.
So he was just out here and you walked by?
Over here and stuff, over here and stuff. And then I saw him running over here, and that's why I started laughing on. And then he pushed me down and basically got him cussing and stuff.
Did you tell him you have to leave or anything like that? You didn't talk to him?
I just told him, please stop, please get away, and he just got in my face and just going berserk with the other guy and with me too. So.
Christine is checked out by paramedics and found to have no serious injuries, but she informs officers that she feels traumatized and doesn't believe she can finish her shift. Seeking clarity on how the incident started, they turn to a nearby witness, Timothy Adams, who had called 911.
When I came here, he was kind of standing in the reeds.
Okay.
Doing, and he was obviously drunk or wasn't with it. He was starting to get angry. And I think maybe he wanted to return the book. He had a book with him. And obviously they closed the library and he was yelling at somebody. I don't know if there was anybody in there, maybe not. I couldn't tell. But then he starts trying to prise the door open. Then he starts punching the door. Then he starts kicking the door.
Okay.
And he starts ripping the book up.
Okay.
And at that point, then he kind of starts wandering around. And at one point, he kind of saw me and came after me. But he didn't get any close, and I just drove around the block.
Torn pages litter the ground in every direction. Officers locate a large portion of the torn book nearby, identifying it as a Star Wars book and confirming it belongs to the Loveland Public Library. As officers wrap up at the scene, another team arrives at the Larimer County Jail with Joshua, whose behavior shows no signs of slowing down.
There you go.
Interesting.
Joshua Campbell was charged with 7 offenses, including third-degree assault, assault on an at-risk adult, resisting arrest, obstructing a peace officer, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief. He also had 2 outstanding warrants for failure to appear. He was granted a $2,000 bond and scheduled to appear in court on February 13th. But as of now, no sentencing information has been made public.
In Broward County, FL, a man walking home from dinner is suddenly stopped by deputies who claim they're investigating a call, but won't say what it's about. As he calmly asks fair questions, they dodge, stall, and shift their reasoning. No crime is named. No explanation is given. Just vague threats, posturing and glove-snapping intimidation. When he stands his ground, they eventually say, "You're free to go." No apology, no answers. This is what happens when ongoing. Investigations are used as excuses to test your rights. Watch how it unfolds.
Hey, what's going on?
What?
You coming from that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you with a female by any chance?
Oh, I knew you guys were gonna fucking question me. I started 30 seconds ago.
Why did you feel like we were going to question you?
I don't know, because I was gonna cross your path.
Oh, we're here for a call.
I know, but there's no emergency lights, and you guys are walking around acting. I know. I felt it. I just felt it.
Okay, we're not done talking to you. You're walking off. And
So you're detaining me?
Are we detaining you?
Yes.
We're on a call. We're doing an investigation.
Okay, I was just walking, and then he's putting his gloves on. Well, I don't know. It's intimidating.
What's intimidating?
I was gonna walk across.
We're intimidating.
I'm on the public sidewalk, though.
No, all right. We're here for a call of a white male and a white female, and you're just coming out of nowhere.
Do I look white to you?
You don't look black. You're a light complexion, yes.
Okay. Name, badge number.
St. Fard 17927.
Yours?
Leon 2044.
Can I have your ID?
No.
Why not? You're here, and I just explained myself. I explained.
Okay, but I'm on public sidewalk.
It's not about being in the public sidewalk. We just told you we're investigating the crime at this call, and you're the only one out here.
I don't ask the questions, but you asked me a first question if I was here with a female. I said no.
Okay, that's his question. I just asked you a separate question for your ID because you're out here.
No.
Well, I guess you're just gonna stay here until we finish our investigation and make sure you're not the one who went in there.
It's Friday. I got time.
Okay, we have. As long as you have time, we have time.
You new?
What do you think?
Are you new?
I don't need to answer that question.
I'm gonna make a public record request verbally. The call. What was it about?
I don't need to answer that. It's an investigation. It's ongoing.
But I'm making a public request, and I have every right to ask questions. Though
doesn't trump our investigation.
Okay, but I have rights to.
I just told you. I let you know that it's an investigation. It's ongoing. So that's what's happening right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So by this point, you'll notice how the deputies keep shifting their reasoning. They say it's an ongoing investigation, but won't give even basic details, not even what crime they think was committed. They're making demands without giving cause, which flips the basic premise of reasonable suspicion on its head. Gonzalez asks fair questions, but gets brushed off with attitude. He's calm, but clearly knows he's being jerked around. And here's the thing, the way these deputies talk to him, that "you don't look black" line, that's loaded. It's a casual, stereotypical comment tossed in like it's normal. Combine that with the vague detainment, the power posturing, the glove snapping, it's a textbook example of cops pushing boundaries just to see how much control they can exert. It's subtle, but that disrespect creeps in real quick.
What? I had that funny feeling. You guys don't even have emergency lights on.
We don't have to.
Especially with that car backwards, opposite direction. I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Can you keep your hands out of your pockets for me, please?
Well, since I'm detained, right, for a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I don't know.
It's part of ongoing investigation, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. What crime do you think you're investigating? You don't want to answer. Damn, they just came over from that.
Good?
From that fence?
Everything's good?
You guys trespassing?
It's good? Yeah. Good. Alright, man. You can go about your good.
Okay. But, you guys were trespassing?
We're trespassing?
What was the call for?
We still can't tell you.
It's just a public.
Pull up your public
They detained me.
What's going on, boss?
I don't know. I was just walking on the sidewalk.
We said you're free to go.
He's free to,
You're free to leave. You can leave right now.
Okay. But you told me you were gonna
You're
wait
free to go.
Sir, listen.
If you want to go request
we got a call.
it, you go to the public safety building.
You're free to go.
At 2601 West Broad Boulevard. You're free to get the footage and look at the CAD notes and do all of that.
I know all that.
All right, so you can. You don't need to ask us any more questions. You're good to go, boss.
All right. I'm walking away now.
Yeah, you're free to go.
All right.
So after detaining Gonzalez, wasting his time, and refusing to explain the supposed suspicion, they just let him go. No apology, no clarity, not even a basic acknowledgement of the inconvenience. Just you're free to go after minutes of escalating tension and evasiveness. This interaction highlights a serious issue, vague investigations being used as catch-alls to justify detaining people without solid cause. Gonzalez held his ground without escalating, but the power imbalance here is real. Encounters like this are why people push for stronger accountability and transparency, because this kind of vague policing shouldn't be the norm.
A Florida deputy dragged an autistic man out of his own home. No warrant, no crime, no excuse. The man had headphones on and didn't hear the officer. Instead of de-escalating, the cop threatened to break the door, then yanked him outside and cuffed him. The department backed the officer at first, only suspending him after public outrage. This is a clear Fourth Amendment violation, but they're treating it like a minor mistake. This could happen to anyone. You have the right to remain silent, but it's way more fun to comment, share, and subscribe.
Sheriff's office, open the door now. If you don't open the door, we're going to write a warrant and kick your door in. Open the door now. Step out.
Why?
Step out now.
Why? What is going on?
Put your hands behind your back now.
And he put him in handcuffs.
I call my mom?
Put your hands behind your back now.
I call my mom.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can I call my mom first? I just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on.
He's standing pain right now. What's your mom's at?
Can I ask what's going on?
Yes, sir, you can. Give me just a second to make sure these handcuffs aren't too tight on you. And I will explain in detail.
I'm talking to him.
What's going on? I don't understand.
What's going on, sir, is that I've ordered you to stop 3 times and identified myself as a sheriff's deputy while you were walking away from me. Then you rush in your house and lock your door.
Well, I was listening to my music.
And when I tell you to step out, you're not doing it.
I was listening to my music. I didn't.
How do I know what you're doing?
You can listen to my headphones.
But I couldn't see that.
I have my head.
But I couldn't see that, right?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you're a guy. You can stand and record all you want. But if you keep it up, you're going in handcuffs next. Now sit up.
What's going on? I don't understand.
You're being detained right now for failing to abide by my instructions to stop.
Well, I didn't.
It's very simple.
You said listen to my headphones. I'm not doing it.
I can see that through his hoodie. Nobody gives a fuck what you're recording.
Can I ask you why you...
I got a camera on my chest, too.
Can I ask why you wanted to stop me?
Yes, because you're wandering around in the middle of the road, which is a pedestrian violation.
I was checking my mail. My mailbox is in his yard. My mom asked me...
Sir, I literally watched you from over there. You walked across, you were on your cell phone. You never looked any direction. You were standing in the middle of the road.
Look.
I got out with you.
Can I just show you right quick?
Give me just a second. You're asking me all these questions, and I'm explaining them to you. Okay?
Okay.
So I get out with you right here. My car is literally a marked unit. You turn in front of me and walk towards your door. And I am screaming at you to stop.
My music was last.
Right, but I can't see that you had music on your head, right?
Yeah.
Because you had what on your head?
My hoodie.
Right. So when I go up there and I knock on the door, and I say, sheriff's office, come out, and you answer the door, and I say, step out of the car, step out of the house, and you're like, why? It's perfectly reasonable for me to believe that you're trying to run from me.
But I didn't.
And that you're not listening to what I'm saying to do.
I was, but I was wanting to know why before I stepped out my house.
And what I will do is, sir, when you abide by my instructions, I will explain everything to you. But I don't know who you are. And I don't know why you're failing to abide by my instructions.
I didn't hear you.
Right, but I didn't know that.
And we're trying to...
So I have every reason to put my hands on you when you're not listening to what I'm telling you to do. Because I have a lawful reason to get out with you.